What's up guys, Blind here. The next few dozen videos and games that I'm going to be posting on the server are going to show me flexing my somewhat decent archery skills. And ironically, my archery skills caused several people to rage. Luckily it wasn't on my favorite server, so it's okay that I got accused of hacking and am under possibility of being banned because I don't play the server that it happened on too much, and as all you guys know, as you can see for what I have, I am not a hacker. But to let the people who think I'm a cheating lousy piece of garbage who has nothing better to do than hack or combat log or anything they want to do, anything they do, I will explain to you my basic principles of archery. First, let me just set this so I don't accidentally hit anything that I don't want to hit. You see, archery is very simple over flat ground, which is a huge advantage because as a swordsman, I love the way I pull out an arrow. From this red line, I can hit, I can hit stuff 5 meters out. That's nice. I can hit stuff 5 meters out. I can hit it 4, 3, 2, 1 right on top of me. I can hit it. But 6 meters out, 7 meters out, can't touch it. And a meter, for everybody who doesn't know that, is one block. One block right here. That's a meter by meter by meter. It is 1 metric cube. Makes things easier to do. Like right here, that's 5 meters from that red line. This is 10, 20, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, all the way down to 75 meters. Now, you'll notice that I have all these targets. Used to be, back when I first started using this range to learn aiming, if you hit the button, the light would go off. Sometimes now, it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of hiccupy. It's a very nice way, though, when it used to work all the time, to know that you were hitting your target. I also have the pressure plates on top for when I'm simulating shooting over mountains and stuff like that. So if you guys are wondering why I'm such a good shot, 75% of the time it's because I have no life and I practice. But here is the bread and the butter of this whole thing here. You ready? I have a target that's approximately 25 yards out. I have a target that's 5 and 10. Now let's take some notes here. A target that is 5 blocks out, I can just cover the corners, just the corner itself of this redstone lamp. Not perfectly, but you notice what I mean, right? And if I fire at it, I'm going to hit it dead center, right where I'm aiming, 95% of the time. The only reason I miss, it might be because if you look at my bow, it starts shaking. And that would be the only reason I miss. So what you usually want to do to prevent bow shake is quite simply don't hesitate, don't overthink your shot, and if you're shaking, try to time it, because it's really hard to compensate for that shake. So like I said, simple solution, pull back full, let it fly. Now, we got that out of the way, let's talk about arrow drop. At approximately 20 meters, your arrow starts dropping. The drop can range from a meter to 1.5 meters. So what that means is if something's standing 20 meters away, you can aim straight at its face and hit it there. If it's standing 21, you're going to hit it in that neck region. 22, 23, you're going to hit it in the torso. 24, you're going to be hitting it in the legs. 25, you're going to be hitting it in its feet. That's what I mean by that distance. Now, you'll have a bit of a range problem to solve, which means how much above my target do I need to aim at 25 meters. If I look right now, I see that my crosshairs completely fill one whole block. So at 25 meters, if I drop about a block to a block and a half, I should overcompensate by a block and a half to hit it. Bam! Bingo. Bullseye. Block and a half compensation for 25 meters. I know what you're about to say. How do you know if it's 25 meters away? Well, you see, that whole trick of if it's 25 meters away, it'll fill in the sights, right? You notice that? Well, that tree, it's about 25 meters away because it's too tall and I can 1, 2, Yep. Alright. So there's a quick, easy way of determining things at 25 meters away. Now that I know something's 25 meters away, double that distance, 50 meters away, it takes up almost the whole entire thing. That target right there is actually 55 meters away, but that's okay. When I look over at this wall, I go, okay, that wall's 4 tall, but with 2, just by lifting my thing up, I can cover it. So that means I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay. To compensate for that arrow drop, I need to hold my arrow approximately 4 blocks higher than the other one. So that's 1, 2. Actually, I need to hold it 4 bodies lengths over it. So that's 1, 2, 3, and I'll go a little bit more for half. Okay. I hit that one in the foot, so 4. Okay, now as you see, if this was a 50-yard target, I'd be overshooting it, but since it's a 55-yard target, I'm pretty damn close. Now let's go for the big range. 75-yard target. This royal pain in the butt, and this is for those of you who have fairly decent video graphics cards, and anything above 75 yards, you have to have like a really souped up computer, and at that point, I feel like if you're not hacking, you gotta be doing something a little cheeky. It's either you're up in a building or something. Shooting from an elevated platform, completely different than this, and I'm not gonna talk about it. So, at 75 yards, what used to fill up as 2 meters is approximately little under. You notice that difference? This is like filling in, this is bigger than the target. Right now my crosshairs are bigger than the target. So, what I gotta do is I gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm at 6. A little short, 6.5. Okay, that was a hit. So, as you guys now see, easy way to determine it. Again, trees. Trees are your friends. I look at my tree over here. I'm going to try to stay in line here. So, actually, my distance to that tree is even farther than 75 meters. I look, and, that tree usually has 2 blocks tall. Yes, I can reference other trees. Between it and the ground, so if it looks like it's literally part of the ground, that means I must be having 2 blocks merged together. Therefore, it's farther than 60 yards. This concludes this little PSA, and hopefully this is enough to convince the people who accuse me of having some ungodly ability to shoot to get real, because I'm just pretty darn lucky and a somewhat decent shot. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.